Spoken to them. I know they're here. Rocky Blyer, number 20 of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Rod Carew, the 6-time American League batting champion. His 5th title defense today against a man from Italy, a man whose name is, as Holmes works out in his dressing room, Lorenzo Zanon, and there he is, unbeaten in his last 6 fights, the number 5 WBC heavyweight contender, the former European heavyweight champion. He is 29 years of age with a record of 25-4-2 with 9 KOs. I've in Las Vegas, Nevada at ringside, awaiting the start of the 5th title defense by Larry Holmes, the opponent Lorenzo Zanon. Live, ringside, Las Vegas, Nevada, that's Lorenzo Zanon. He weighed in at 215 pounds. Larry Holmes in the ring. Larry Holmes, who is still hurt and sensitive over the fact that he doesn't feel he's gotten enough public recognition as a good, solid heavyweight champion of the world. Lorenzo Zanon, last time I saw him fight in this arena, I call that fight, it was against Jerry Quarry. For 9 rounds, Zanon outboxed Quarry all over the ring. In the 10th round, he went out. He went out from a series of punches that were more invisible than the anchor punch of Ali in Lewiston, Maine on May 25th, 1965. He did win the European crown, beating Evangelista in what amounted to a sleepwalking contest, but then forfeited that crown when he didn't seek to defend it in accordance with boxing authority dictates. Instead, he took this fight against Larry Holmes.
He weighs 213.5 pounds. He is the
Chick Hull, the ring announcer, in the
Larry
Holmes. Eastern Assassin has a new confrere in his corner wearing a cowboy hat. You'll remember him, Fred the Hammer Williamson, the old Kansas City defensive back turned movie actor. Meantime, it's the 2 fighters. There is the Hammer. Late Vince Lombardi told you what happened to the Hammer when Green Bay beat Kansas City in the first Super Bowl game ever. That's football history. Right now, we're getting ready for this contest. Quickly, the officials. The referee from Mexico City is Ray Solis. And the judges who will be doing the scoring, Art Lurie, Charles Minker, and Harold Buck, all Nevada officials. First round action underway. 20-foot ring, 10-point must scoring system, 3 knockdown rule waived, no saving by the bell. Except, of course, the 15th round, the fight would be ended. Holmes always using that quick, sharp left jab. But Zanon himself, the possessor of a left jab, though he often jabs while retreating, and you can't score damage that way. Zanon fought a draw with another Italian heavyweight, Alfio Righetti. Give you an idea of that. Righetti was just recently knocked out in the first round by an American club fighter, Terry Mims. Holmes jabbing. With his own jab. Holmes with a quick combination to the belly. First round action. After Quarry had won over Zanon, Jerry was so impressed by it that he went into permanent retirement. First round is wearing down. And the end of the round. Two just underway, live from Las Vegas, Nevada. Round one, a dancing contest. The edge to Holmes. The use of his left jab. Zanon with his back to you. Good right lead by Holmes. There's the quick darting left. Left can sting you. .213 is the second heaviest weight Holmes has fought at. It was .214 for the defense against Ocasio. Your face is in Holmes' corner, led by Richie Giacchetti. Freddie Brown, as good a corner man as there is in the business. Old great veteran. Cutman. What an artist. Berto Brancini, Octavio Tazzi, Giovanni Brancini in the corner of Zanon. I want to remind you again, because of what you may have read in print, that Zanon is not the European champion. Mistakenly, that may have appeared in certain advertisements in print. He did win the European Championship against Evangelista, but then Boxing International authorities, rump organizations so they are, took it away from him when he elected to fight Holmes instead of an opponent they had designated. 30 seconds left to go. Round two. He's a little bit bothered by Zanon. And the end of the round. Round three underway. Zanon with his own left jab, mainly on the retreat. It's in trouble of Holmes, who hasn't looked that good or that sharp, though we've only gone 2 rounds. Right there, you saw what I mean. Zanon flicking the jab. Zanon is getting that jab in there. At the start of the round, I thought Holmes was going to take a different tack. Take some of that left, get in there, and try and score a knockout quickly. Looked like he was ready to try that tactic, but We're back in the pattern in the first 2 rounds, except that Zanon is getting his left in more than he had in the prior 2 rounds. Minute and a half to go this round, and I'd like to alert our local stations along the line. At the end of this round, we'll take a station break. Interesting, isn't it? Minute left to go in the round.
Keep left hook right hand. Left hook to the body of the right hand.
With steady foot movement. Now, against the ropes, one might have thought that Holmes could have capitalized more than he did. Coming to the end of the 3rd round. And Zanon is there. We'll be right back with more of the Holmes Zanon World Heavyweight Championship fight, WBC version, after this word from our local station. 4th round action. First 3 rounds have been less than awe-inspiring, and Holmes has not been impressive. Zanon, with his own left, was troubling Holmes, especially in the 3rd round. Now Larry looks like he's going to work. There's the right lead, and how quickly Zanon went down. 1 blow. Shaking his head. Fight resumes with 45 seconds into the 4th round. 1 right lead did it. Zanon trying to reestablish his own left jab, trying to move, but covering now, and the movement isn't what it was in the first 3 rounds. Another right, and Zanon goes down. Quickly, he is up, right above us. A minute 12 into the round, 13. The fight will resume. 3 knockdown rule is waived. Title fight. If Zanon tries to mix it up with Holmes, the departure will be immediate. Let's see if Larry lets Zanon get off the hook. Minute 50 into the round. It's 4th round action, 2 knockdowns in the round. There's the right, Zanon's ready to go. Calling that a knockdown because Nevada had eliminated the standing 8-count rule. Right there, a violation of Nevada's own rule by Ferd Hernandez, the referee. Or rather, Ray Solis, the referee from Mexico City. Well, so there have been 2 knockdowns in a standing 8-count. The round is almost ready to close out. The end of the round. We'll stay with the fighters. Zanon 3 times. 2 on the canvas, 1 standing. And there is or was Zanon. Here is Holmes. Let's take a look
It's real good when you got
at the
jab
knockdown.
It's real good. See there? Right on top.
One of them.
That's right. You got to
First
keep the
one.
jab working.
There's the right. Quick, sharp right. Bang. It did follow a left. It was not a right lead.
Come, just like it did when we said to go back out there, right? Settle down. Settle down. Same pattern.
Listen to
Okay?
Rich Giacchetti.
No problem.
Settle down. Same pattern. No problem. Nice bucket over the big puffy area under Zanon's left eye.
Space. Then set him up for the right hook, okay? Right. Let's go. Do it.
Set him up for the right hook. Richie, you mean right cross. All right. 5th round action. Left in there. That sets up the right. Or it should. Right by Zanon. Brought some noise from the crowd. In the past, you've seen Larry use the ring. This is a 20-foot ring, dancing around, peppering with the left. He hasn't done that in this fight, as Zanon got his left into Holmes's face. In at 10 seconds into the round. Holmes looking to use the right. Zanon flicking the left jab. The trouble, Larry, the first 3 rounds. Minute 30 on in the round. So far, it's a good round for Zanon. Maybe his best after the 3 counts against him in the 4th round. Minute left to go in round 5.
Two jabs, right up.
Saw Zanon connect that. It's a very good round for Zanon. And a most unimpressive follow-up by Holmes to a round where he had Zanon ready to go. Not once, but twice, and couldn't finish him off. End of the round. Zanon. Round 6, live from Las Vegas. Yes, it's gone 5 rounds already. There were 2 knockdowns by Holmes, and there's the right. Immediately, Zanon gets hit with the right. He's in trouble. 2 knockdowns in the 4th and a standing 8 count in the 4th. Holmes has not been impressive. He has shown virtually no movement. Zanon has worked his jab effectively against Larry. One would have looked for lateral movement from Holmes, staying away from that jab and then pummeling Zanon with the right. But he hasn't done it. Now he's trying to put him away by walking in, taking a little punishment, and banging Zanon. Goes down rather easily. round. Three quick left jabs by Zanon. One answering, one by Holmes. You can see for yourselves that Holmes is not fighting a good fight tactically. Right there, Larry almost desperately trying to put him away. Not fighting with the skill that one would expect from a heavyweight champion. There he goes from the right again. How quickly. This should do it. He looked at his corner. In perfect candor, it didn't appear that he wanted it to go on. Sounds harsh, I know, but you saw him look at his corner. And so it's over in the 6th round. An inglorious fight from all angles. Sugar Ray Leonard shaking his head in disbelief as he walked away. Larry Holmes still the champion. But he's got some work ahead of him because he did not look impressive in this fight at all.
Ladies and gentlemen,
there's the announcement.
The time, 2 minutes, 39 seconds of the 6th round.
Now
the winner
watch.
and
The left and then the right.
champion of the world,
Always
Larry
it was the right.
Holmes.
2 minutes, 39 seconds of round 6. Holmes is still the champion, and we'll be back to talk with Larry. And I really want to talk with him quite candidly in just a moment, here live in Las Vegas. You're looking at Larry Holmes as he makes his way along the ring apron onto the steps and down to talk with us. And even as he approaches us, let's look at the final knockout punch again. There was a long left jab that got in there, and then the right. And Zanon was down for the 3rd time in the fight. There had been, in violation of Nevada's own rules, which I've rechecked with the ringside officials, a standing 8 count, erroneously called by Ray Solis, the Mexico City referee. All right. Here we are. There's the camera, Larry. Question number 1. In the round when you floored him twice, in the 4th round, the standing 8 count was counted. Did that stop you, do you feel, from knocking him out then?
Yes, Howard, I do, because we all know standing 8 count is for amateurs. We're professionals. I think we should act as independent or as professionals. If it was me going down, I wouldn't want to stand in 8 count. Let the guy do what he got to do, and let the day be short as possible.
So then quite clearly your position is you would have knocked him out in the 4th.
I felt so, Howard, because I was ready to go. I was warmed up, and I felt that I could have taken him out.
All right, now, you know I like you. You know I respect you very much. I thought you were sluggish out there today. I didn't think you were really into this fight the way I'd expected you would be. Did you have any of that feeling within yourself?
No, I felt good going in. I felt good boxing. The only thing I found out in the ring, the guy was very awkward, and he was kind of hard to get to. He was coming out with funny punches, funny hooks and whatnot, and that made him real awkward. That's why it took me as long as it did to catch up with him. But he's a good fighter, and I see why he's the champion of Europe now, because he's very awkward. He got a funny left jab, and he throws a funny right hand. So this is what made it a little harder for me to get to him.
Your next fight then will be against Leroy Jones.
Yeah, I want Leroy. I want to fight Leroy on my way to fighting John Tay. I'm the fighting champion. I want to be a people's champion. I want to give all fighters the opportunity to fight for the heavyweight championship. This is what all people suspect me to do. I like to say something. I like to say hi to my Reverend Jacobs and Roy Jacobs. And Dave Jacobs is Leonard's trainer. And I'd like to say hi to my kids and my wife and my mother and everybody, and say hi to them back home in Easton.
All right, I have one final question to ask you. You showed little of your own movement against Zanon. Why?
Well, that's because he was so awkward and I wanted to confuse him. I want him to come to me. If I start dancing, he might come to me. But he didn't care about that. He's a veteran fighter. He knows what he is. He's been in there with the best, so he knew what to suspect.
Okay, congratulations.
And my JC award, all the members of the JC, hey, your man, Larry Holmes, is right here with Howard Cosell.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you, Howard.
So that's the story here. And Larry told you that he's the European champion. We have, Zanon, we have told you the truth about that. He is not presently.
Michael Dynamite Dokes. And today he goes against the 28-year-old Lucian Rodriguez in a scheduled 10-rounder. The boxing, and here in Miami Beach, it'll be undefeated Michael Dokes going against the French heavyweight champion Lucian Rodriguez. Hi, everybody. I'm Marv Albert, along with the one-time heavyweight champ Ken Norton. And Ken, Dokes comes off a one-round knockout in Las Vegas last month over Earl Tripp, and he claims he's trying to become more of a puncher rather than a boxer.
That's true. He's gained weight here. He weighs about 217. And what he's trying to do is incorporate the punching power into the boxing skills that he has. And he feels very awesome at 217.